G'day, Stu from UAVfutures here, and today something that I've been waiting so long to show you guys and waiting so long to actually try out, and that's some 3D FPV. And I don't mean like where you have the props and you can reverse them. I mean with dual cameras, a dual VTX, and you actually get some 3D vision when you're flying around. You've got some crazy depth perception. Now, a little while ago, I was lucky to review these. These are the Skyzone V2s, and I'll leave a little link up here for someone if you want to check that out. And it actually came with a 3D camera, so the kit I had came with a dual camera and also a dual VTX, and it is a totally different experience. So what this video is going to be about is sort of, is it worth it? Because there definitely is some other issues, I guess, in price and the proprietary nature of this sort of stuff, but it is a totally different experience. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be showing you how I put the little build together because it's gone on my hour. Then we'll take it out, we'll fly it around, get my impressions, and also get some other pilots' impressions out there. Because if you've built a lot of quads in the past and you're looking for something new, this definitely might be for you. Because look, I have a lot of quads, but this thing was on a whole nother level in terms of like a whole new experience. It was totally mind-blowing. Anyway, enough rambling from me. Let's stick it on the bench and check out the build and get started. Alrighty, so here's the quad on the bench with the 3D gear installed, and it does look like a bit of a Franken quad because it does have a bit of a mishmash of all different parts. The actual frame I've got it on is the owl, so I'll leave a little link up here if you want to check out the owl. But this is pretty much perfect for some proximity flying. It's not the fastest, I guess it's not even the most stable. It might be a little bit heavier, especially with some 3D gear on here, but it's definitely suited for that sort of exploring, which is exactly what I want to do with 3D FPV. Rightio, so I guess looking at the build itself, it was pretty simple. All I had to do was, because it came with a camera and a VTX, I'll actually take this off and show you this right here. So I've got your camera and VTX that actually came with the Skyzone kit. It wouldn't actually fit inside, especially in such a small little frame. I would love a bigger frame and something that I could build, maybe a 4-inch, I guess, enclosed quad, but it wouldn't fit inside, so I didn't want to break anything either, so I strapped it to the top, covered it in some foam, made it look a little bit like Wall-E, and put the VTX on the top where I could cover it with this little sort of brace plate as well. This is off a totally different quad as well, but I did want to protect my VTX. Now, when talking about the protection, the reason is because this stuff, you don't see too many 3D FPV VTXs out there, so I don't want to be breaking this one. And it's the same goes with the camera as well, because if you smash one of these things, it might be a little bit more expensive to actually get set up and back into the air. It's not like your everyday HS1177 or your Onway VTXs. These ones are actually made to work with each other, and I think at the moment there's not too many other options on the market. Now, in terms of the VTX, it's very, very simple to use. You simply plug it in. You've got one button there, the Sky Zones, and the links to them is up here. The Sky Zones take care of it. They sort of hooked up automatically, and it's very easy to cycle through the channels till you find the one that you're on. And the way it works is that you've got two lenses at the front of your quad, so one for your right eye, one for your left eye, and then this spits out those two different images. So you've got this one will spit out the image for your left eye, this one will spit out the image for your right eye. They'll send that over to your goggles, and because you've got, I guess, two different views from two slightly different perspectives, that's where you get that depth perception when you're flying around. Now, it's not made for, I guess, everyday type of flying or racing or anything like that. This thing is just made for, I guess, exploring or having a go at that 3D FPV, because if you're up really high, you're not going to notice too much of a difference. But let me tell you, when you're coming up to some trees and you're going through branches, this is where this thing is on a whole nother level. It is totally mind-blowing and pretty much one of the most enjoyable flight experiences in terms of the vision anyway that I've had for a long time, because the quad was a little bit of a letdown because it's a little bit old, but in terms of the actual experience, the 3D thing, it was like trying FPV for the first time, but this time in 3D. You guys are going to love it. So what we'll do, we'll cut down to the field and we'll check this thing out. I'll have a fly around. I'll get Trevor to have a fly around, maybe see if some other pilots are down there, and we'll probably be talking about just how does 3D FPV go. Alright, so I'm down here about to try some 3D FPV for the first time, and I'm pretty excited because I tried it inside and it blew my mind, so I can't wait to sort of test this around. This is probably going to be, it's going to be a bit hard to show you guys what 3D is like, so you just probably get a standard 2D recording, but from some of the DVR, but I'm going to film my reaction because I've got a feeling this one's going to be pretty special. So plug. This is going to be fun. Well, I can actually, oh, maybe I'll take it off acro mode. Oh, there we go. Wow, this is pretty cool. I wish I had on a better quad. I didn't think it was going to be this good, so I put it on like another.
Oh, this tree. Okay, this is like me. You know, the first time that you do FPV, I'm going through. Oh no, that's spinning me out too much. The first time you do FPV, and it sort of blows your mind. It's like that again. Oh, why don't I put it on a better quad? It definitely the effect. Wow. Oh. Wow, the effect is definitely better. The closer you get to something, you can really tell the difference. Let's see if I can go through some of these. The video is actually pretty good. I haven't got hardly any breakup. Oh, those ghost branches, he's through them. Yeah, this is next level fun. You got to have a go with this. The quad's not the best. It's not on the best quad, which is unfortunate. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see what a gate's like. Wow, this is blowing my mind. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna take this off this quad, rebuild it with some good components, and make like an awesome 3D Explorer, because this is unreal. It's sort of like the first time that you get out flying, and it's just totally different. Like, you can see everything. I thought I was gonna feel sick. Maybe I will in a little bit, but yeah, it's unreal. And the breakup's a bit weird too, because, hang on, a bug's biting me on the ear. If one side might be breaking up, but you might have a clear picture on the other, so I don't think the breakup seems as bad. Alright, you want to go, Trevor? Trust me, you want to go. Oh, even these things of grass here on the landing look unreal. Alright, so Trevor's having a go.
Those blades of grass are unreal. Oh yeah, I love this already. Very high quality, isn't it?
Yeah, I was impressed with that as well.
Yeah.
Like the detail you can see that didn't seem to be on the other quad. I don't know if there might be a little bit of latency or something, because you're not really going too fast in this little Owl Explorer anyway.
The quad's not really, I agree, it's not the best quad to have it on, but...
No, I'm definitely going to go home and rebuild it. This was just an experiment, but... So what do you think about 3D? Go through some of the trees and junk like that.
You can see the ghost branch is pretty clear.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that as well.
3D is cool. Oh yes. I like this. Oh no, this is great. It's so clear. I just can't believe how clear it is. I thought it would be a bit sort of sickly, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I thought that too.
That's really good.
Something I thought too, like, would it be a bit gimmicky or something? I actually didn't think you'd get such a clear, I guess, precise depth of field when I was flying it around.
This is sort of flying I love. This is so much fun going around these trees.
So Trevor's just been flying around, his first time ever 3D FPV after I just had my very first, well, I guess like 2 batteries on it. So sum it up in a few sentences.
It was really cool, very clear, a lot of fun. Gee, I wish we had him as Norm. That was really good, great experience.
Yeah, so there is definitely something really, like if you've got a ton of race quads and you're after something a little bit different or a new sort of build, maybe check out 3D, because it is awesome fun.
So there it is, there's my experiences with 3D FPV. Now I really like the Skyzone kit because it was so plug and play. I could put it in and everything worked super duper easy, but there are some other 3D options out there, so you're not just limited to Skyzones. But if you want to try something different, if you've built a ton of race quads, I guess, and you're just building 5 inches and different things like that, what I really can recommend to you is, if you've got the capabilities to do some 3D, go out and give it a go, because it is like nothing else that I've flown. I felt like you had so much more detail, it was so much clearer, and that depth perception is absolutely crazy. Now, of course, it's not as good if you're racing around, because there is a little bit more latency, and the effect when you're sort of hooning over the ground isn't as much, especially if you're away from some objects or you're punching it up above the ground. But when you're getting really in close and you're doing some proximity flying between trees and exploring, that is where this craft takes on a whole new level, and it is totally, it's the next thing to sort of sitting in the quad. If you put some earphones in as well when you're flying around, it actually feels like you're in there, because you can see everything just like you would with your eyes. You can hear everything, and it's like you're a little sort of explorer, exploring the world in a whole new way. So this really gives another feeling of immersion and depth to your FPV flight. So definitely check out 3D FPV if you can. On the downside though, it is a little bit more expensive, because you do need to get those special cameras and a special VTX. You need to get 2 antennas, and if something breaks, I guess it's not as easy to source some replacement parts. But hopefully in the future this becomes more popular, because it's definitely something that I'd be interested in. I don't think it's going to take over some racing tech just here, because with that extra latency and you're carrying around twice as many cameras to get the job done and things like that, and you're taking out twice as many VTX channels. But I would love to sort of, you know, if it did go this way in the future, it's definitely a cool thing, because that depth perception, like I keep saying, it's totally amazing. It's even better than like a 3D movie. it really feels like you can see that stuff, especially when you're going through it. The first time, it really, really blew my mind. Anyway, subscribe for more FPV related content. Hit that little bell icon because that'll notify you when I'm putting out new videos, and I'm trying to put out new videos all the time. Definitely check out some 3D FPV if you're after something new, a little bit interesting, and that is totally different to anything else that you've experienced. And as always, happy flying. Alrighty, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel and check out these videos. And I'm also going to leave a little link here to my Patreon page because I've got some fantastic Patreon supporters and I like to give back to them as well. So if you want to join the UAVfutures family, there's things like bonus Velcro straps, little bundles of FPV goodies and things like that that also get sent out. Anyway, happy flying.